There is a storm brewing in New England right now. My friend, and Howie Roseman may be the one man in the NFL who can turn someone else's chaos into pure gold for the Philadelphia Eagles. The A.J. Brown trade situation just got a whole lot more complicated, and a whole lot more interesting, because the head coach of the team most likely to acquire Brown is not even showing up to work right now. The drama surrounding Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots is unlike anything we have seen in the NFL this offseason, and while all of this is going on, the Eagles are sitting back, waiting, and potentially holding all the cards heading into June 1st. But first, if you're a die-hard Eagles fan, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now, because this story is moving by the hour, and I'm going to keep you locked in on every development. Here's the deal. According to Sports Illustrated's Jeff Kerr, the Eagles have a real opportunity to take advantage of the Patriots in these A.J. Brown trade negotiations, given the instability swirling around New England's head coach. Both sides have been in discussions about a deal, with the trade expected to go through after June 1st, the date when the dead cap hit for the Eagles drops from $43.3 million all the way down to $16.3 million. But with Vrabel now stepping away from the team to seek counseling and be with his family, the entire foundation of why Brown wanted to go to New England in the first place is starting to shake. Let's talk about what actually happened in New England, because you need to understand this situation fully to appreciate how it changes the Eagles' leverage. Page 6 published photos of Vrabel and longtime NFL reporter Dianna Rossini, both married to other people, hugging and holding hands at an adults-only resort in Sedona, Arizona. Both initially denied any wrongdoing. Rossini eventually resigned from The Athletic after the outlet reportedly requested evidence supporting her claim that she was there with a group of friends. Vrabel held a press conference where he acknowledged having some difficult conversations with people I care about, a statement that, as Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk pointed out, effectively destroyed Rossini's repeated denials. Then, on the eve of the 2026 NFL Draft, Vrabel released a statement saying he had committed to seeking counseling and would miss day 3 of the draft entirely, spending the weekend with his family outside of Massachusetts. The Athletic is still reportedly investigating the matter. The NFL has said it will not review the situation under its personal conduct policy, but that could change. Now here is the part that matters most for Eagles fans, and it cuts right to the heart of this trade negotiation. A.J. Brown wanted to go to the Patriots largely because of his relationship with Vrabel. The two built something real during their time together with the Tennessee Titans from 2019 through 2021. Brown trusted Vrabel. He knew how Vrabel used receivers, how he builds offenses around playmakers, and how he communicates with his players. That personal connection was a massive part of the appeal of New England as a destination. But what happens to that appeal if Vrabel's situation continues to escalate? What if this leave of absence extends into training camp? What if more information comes out, either from the Athletic's ongoing investigation or from other sources? What if Vrabel ultimately steps down or is pushed out? Would A.J. Brown still feel the same pull toward Foxborough without the coach who made it feel like home? That uncertainty gives Howie Roseman enormous negotiating power, and here is exactly how he can use it. The Eagles have not locked themselves into any deal yet. The article makes it clear that Roseman's asking price has been a first-round pick and a second-round pick, with a preference for picks in 2027 and 2028, draft classes projected to be significantly loaded with talent. But the Patriots have not yet agreed to that price. Vrabel drama creates a fork in the road for New England. Either they accelerate their pursuit of Brown and potentially overpay to give their fractured organization something positive to rally around, or they pull back and wait to see how the Vrabel situation resolves itself. Either scenario works for the Eagles. If the Patriots get aggressive, Roseman gets his price or better. If they pull back, other teams smell blood and enter the bidding. And make no mistake, there will be other teams. The Los Angeles Rams were in serious discussions about Brown before backing out, reportedly due to concerns about his knee. But those concerns did not go away because the Rams stepped aside. The teams that could not find a top-tier wide receiver in this draft will be circling after the selections are made. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, the Los Angeles Chargers, all teams that Brown listed as preferred destinations, will have a clearer picture of their needs once the draft is complete. June 1st is still more than 5 weeks away, and a lot can change in that window. Roseman is playing the long game, and the longer he waits, the more potential bidders emerge. Here's where it gets really interesting from a negotiating standpoint. because the Patriots actually have a reason to want this trade to happen even with all the KOs. Right now, every press conference, every media day, every public appearance involving the Patriots organization is dominated by questions about Vrabel. The reporters are not asking about Drake May's development or about the draft class or about the team's offensive direction. They are asking about Sedona, Arizona, and what exactly happened at that resort. Signing or trading for A.J. Brown would give the entire fan base and media something else to talk about. It would signal that the organization is moving forward and focused on football. Sometimes franchises in crisis use a splash roster move to change the narrative. That dynamic could push the Patriots to be more aggressive in their offer than they otherwise would be. But let's be honest about the red flags on Brown's side of the ledger, because Roseman needs to price this realistically. Brown is turning 29 in June, 1 year away from 30, the age the Eagles organization has historically viewed as the tipping point for declining production. His knee issues have been documented since his time with the Titans. He admitted during the 2024 season that he was having his knee drained twice a week just to manage the pain and keep playing. Since 2022, his yards per separation have declined every single season, hitting a career-low 1.8 yards last year, ranked 135th out of 135th qualified receivers. Los Angeles Rams reportedly walked away from their own trade talks over concerns about Brown's long-term health. These are not small footnotes. They are real factors that affect how much any team should be willing to surrender in draft capital for him. Roseman knows this, which is why getting a first-round pick in return would genuinely be a victory lap for Philadelphia. Taking a step back, the broader strategic picture here is worth appreciating for what it reveals about how Roseman operates. He is not in a rush. He does not need to move Brown during the draft. He does not need to move Brown before June 1st. The Eagles already reshaped their receiver room with Dontavian Wicks, Marquise Brown, and Elijah Moore. Devonta Smith is ready to step into a bigger role. The organization has given itself the luxury of patience, which in a negotiation is one of the most powerful positions you can be in. The party that needs to get a deal done is never in as good a position as the party that can afford to wait. And right now, it is New England that needs something to talk about other than Sedona, Arizona. The question that remains is whether Brown himself stays committed to going to New England if the Rebel situation continues to deteriorate. Brown gave the Eagles a list of preferred destinations: the Patriots, the Chargers, the Bills, and the Chiefs. If the Rebel drama drags on deep into May or beyond, Brown may start warming up more to one of those other options. And if Brown pivots away from the Patriots, the bidding war that Roseman has been quietly engineering this whole time finally breaks open in full. Multiple teams competing openly for one of the most physically gifted wide receivers in the NFL, even with the knee concerns, even at age 29. That is the scenario where Roseman wins the biggest. With Mike Vrabel on leave, New England in chaos, June 1st still more than 5 weeks away, and A.J. Brown's knee raising real questions about his long-term value. How much do you think the Eagles should actually demand in this trade? Is a first-round pick alone enough, or does Roseman hold out for more? Drop your take in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later with the latest Eagles news.